know I promised you that we'd look at how to resize thumbnails, but I thought first we should start at the beginning and see how to quickly get back to that folder. Now this is my default lister, and the nice thing about a default lister is it always starts with the same layout and the same folders if you have the settings correct. And what is also wonderful is you can start it by double clicking on the desktop, and it starts right where you double click, which is great because I have 3 monitors and I love to have ones on the monitor that I'm on. Now this is a default lister. It always starts to this folder, and I have set the column widths or formats of the columns in this particular folder particularly. So as you see, the critical information all appears in this window or pane that's in the middle of the lister, and it has the name in the left and it's sorted by name. The name field is automatic, but it's limited to a certain length because I want to be able to see the other information. And we can look at the rest of it, and I'll show you how, or we'll show you how in other videos. And as we go across, you notice that I have the status field next. Status is for OneDrive, and I have shrunk the width of this field so I only see the letter S and the dots that show whether the file is in the cloud or local. Then we have the size, and we have the modified date. And I haven't figured out how to get a smaller modified date yet, a different format for the date, but I'm sure you can because you can customize everything else. And the dimensions are being truncated a bit, as you see in some fields, and I have it set so that a standard picture that I might take, the dimensions fit, but the number of bits doesn't always fit. And because this folder also contains videos, I like to know the length of the video. So that's a field I have. Now if we scroll over, we see other fields. And in this case, I've let them be automatic because it doesn't matter much. I know that they're going to be off the edge of the screen and I don't have to limit the size. Okay? So there we are. Now let's go to the folder where the thumbnails were. I have a shortcut up here, or a favorite, that takes me to that folder because that's my folder I keep wallpaper in. And I've collected this wallpaper from Windows. They're actually the lock screens that appear in Windows, and there's a little app you can install from the Microsoft Store that lets you capture those. And here, the format is slightly different. Notice here I have the modified date, but it's truncated, so I don't see the time. I only see the date because I only tend to get one of these every few days. Again, I have the dimensions truncated the same way, so I see the size of a full-size image. I have the date taken here, but once again, it's truncated. I don't see the time. But most of these lock screens, the EXI information has been removed from them, so we don't see a time that they were taken. And then the type of the file, JPEG. So that's the screen. Now we'll go look at them as thumbnails. So here's thumbnails. There they are as thumbnails. Now remember, before we were looking with only the thumbnails showed on the screen. So we do that by various ways, but an easy way is just to close out these. And this isn't affecting the default lister. This is only affecting what I'm seeing now. All right, here are the thumbnails. Now, to zoom in or out, you just hold the Control key and roll the wheel on your mouse. And we can make them small. We can make them large. Pretty nice. Okay, now let's go look at the ones in another folder. By the way, notice that some of these are here. As we saw, once they're on the machine locally and not in the cloud, we see more information about them. But other ones are only in the cloud. Like this one is only in the cloud. And, well, we see the same information. So in this case, for an image, that information must all be in the header that Windows pulls down from the cloud just when it's trying to get basic information. But let's go look at these images. The reason we don't see them thumbnails here is that it's never built thumbnails for this folder, so we don't see any. Here, it has thumbnails for all of these images, and they're all here. Okay? Now, the same way that we change the size of thumbnails, that's the way we change the size of type. So if we go back to the view with details, now here we're in a different folder. So this has a different format. And this is the default format that directory Opus comes with, and especially for things in the cloud. And these are pretty useless fields as far as I'm concerned. It's availability and the attributes. Attributes used to be important to me on Unix and the systems I used prior to that, but here it's not so important. So anyway, you can modify this, but what I want to show you is the size of the text in this particular pane was set to 120 by the default lister, but I can hold control and zoom it down or up just like I can with thumbnails. Pretty amazing that it happens that way. But remember, this is only a local change unless you save the list